What's poppin', everybody? It is JudahSon with Put It Out There TV, also known as PIOT TV, and I'm also known as the Marketing Moor, just to make that clear. This broadcast, I may try to make it quick, who knows? I'm just gonna chop it up with y'all a little bit. But this particular broadcast is for recording artists and musicians out there. Which could possibly be the same thing. Maybe you're a musician and you don't record. I don't see how you're doing that in this day and age. But anyway, this particular broadcast is for you guys. What I noticed as from a marketing standpoint, and I just want to make this clear, this is constructive criticism. You may hear some stuff that might rub you the wrong way. Sometimes things have to be said a certain way to get you to think. Sometimes somebody has to piss you off to kind of get you to think. And I'd rather piss you off to get you to think than you to start thinking and get pissed off afterwards and make a terrible decision. So get pissed off and then, you know what I mean. But what I've noticed on social media with the artists is that the artists usually they focus on one specific social media platform, and if they are on the other social media platforms, they're not using them to the fullest of their capabilities. They're not using them correctly. So first thing I'm going to tell all recording artists out there, one thing that you should be looking to do, what is very, very important that you should be looking to do when you're trying to get your music out there online, because online is you can't beat it. I mean, that's where things have gone. You need to make sure that you have a social media profile for your music. So if your name is MC Ski, you need to have a @MC Ski for Facebook, which is the Facebook business page, not the profile. You need to have a @MC Ski for Instagram, a @MC Ski for Twitter, MC Ski for Pinterest, MC Ski for LinkedIn, MC Ski for Reddit, MC Ski for Google Plus, even though they're doing away with Google Plus. But what I'm trying to get you guys to figure out is there are other social media platforms that are out there that a lot of people aren't tapping into, and you could be tapping into, and you're just not doing it. And that's not going to happen when you find yourself relying on your personal profile on social media, your personal profile, your friends list. You abrogate how you could move online just by doing that. I notice a lot of artists, they rely on their friends list, and there's a bunch of other social media platforms out there that you could be taking part in and striking gold. You could definitely be striking gold. Reddit, for instance. Reddit is a very good place. But see, if you're the type of recording artist or musician who's not creating other content outside of your music, or creating other content off of your music to recycle that particular content, then that's why things are seeming so hard for you, and you guys are not really getting that buzz online like you like to have, the 350,000 spins and streams and things of this nature. Is just simply because you are not creating enough content. So let me give you an example of creating content based off of your song, right? Give me a second, hold on here. So let's say you guys create a song, right? Create a song in the studio. Let's say it's the hottest track of the hottest song you've ever made. To you, you feel like it's what's going to get you there, right? And that's fine. So what you do is you record the song, hot track, you go do a video, and you put the video up on YouTube. Now, you've recycled that content. You just don't realize how you've recycled it and refreshed it. Let me show you how you've recycled it. Because when you first created it, it was just in audio form, right? Then you recycled it and reformatted it and put it in audio and visual form. But what happens is a lot of artists, unfortunately, stop at their point. They're like, okay, I got the song done. I got the video done. It's posted on YouTube. Now all I'm going to do is get on my Facebook page and just make a post with the YouTube link and tag 50 of my friends 17 times, you know, because you only can tag so many people. So you're trying to get everybody on your friends list, right? And what happens is your numbers don't move like you imagine that they would, or how you would like them to, right? And that's because you haven't created enough content. You're not creating enough content. So you recycled the song by making a video out of it, right? Now, how about you take that video, you write a blog with that video in the blog, but in that blog, you explaining the mind state that you had while you were writing the song. You explaining the mind state that you had while you were recording the video, while you were recording the song, the mind state that you have, what type of message you're trying to display in the song. So now you've created three different pieces of content off of your music. You have the audio, which you can put on SoundCloud. You have the audio visual, which is the video, which you could put just about on any website. Now you have the blog. And by the way, you need to have a blog that has the same exact name as you. It is about branding yourself. You see what I mean? So you have to be able to recycle. So that's just one example of recreating that content, recycling that content that's the same content. You know what I mean? How are you expecting people to find you if you're not putting yourself out there online? You cannot just rely on Facebook. You can't rely just on Instagram. You can't rely just on Twitter. There are a bunch of other social media outlets out there that haven't fully been tapped into that you can benefit from. But you could definitely benefit from. But see, the thing is, artists, and I know what you go through, because I've been the artist. I've been the artist. I'm just on the marketing side now. You don't want to sit down and go through all these groups on Facebook. You know, they got groups for artists on Facebook. You don't want to sit down and go through all these groups and comment and leave your and leave your link. You know, there's thousands upon groups. You don't want to sit down on your computer for 10 hours. You guys don't want to put in that type of work. You don't want to put in that type of work. So due to the fact that you're not putting in that type of work, your streaming numbers are terrible on Apple. Your streaming numbers are terrible on YouTube. Your streaming numbers are terrible on Spotify. You know, it's taking a lot of you sometimes a month to even get 3,000 views, if you even get that in a month. You see what I'm saying? Whereas due to the fact that we're creating so much content that our YouTube